Supreme, what's going on? How y'all feeling? NAGA the motherfucking wise. Very active day. Very active day. I had to do a couple things in the yard first. Then get freshened up before I come out here and put my face on the screen. But yeah, we about to build real quick. Hold on. Peace. Peace, peace. You already know the vibes. All praises to the Most High first and foremost. You know, you don't have to damage nobody, or you don't have to attack people. You don't have to come at nobody. You know, truth can stand by itself. Like I said, if you've been listening to me for a minute, my grandfather used to say, watch those people who go run and tell, who got something to say all the time about you, especially when you're not there. Because they got an agenda. Ones who sneak behind your back and talk about your name. It could be anybody classified in any title in your life, whether that's family, friends, children, all that. Everybody always got something that they sit around and do to keep you at a certain energy. But keep in mind, we spend energy like money, like currency. So this is why it's important to watch what you say to people. This is why it's important to watch how you treat people. Because that same energy that you're paying, you pay energy, you take energy and you say, well, I'm going to say this about this person or do this to this person at this particular time. You're spending on that particular energy. So that frequency that you're talking about, whether how you feel about whatever, whether you don't want to participate, whether you feel indifferent about somebody, you're taking your energy and you're spending it on that frequency. The universe is going to say, well, that's what you pay for. That's what you stand under. So keep in mind, the false retrospective of value of what you believe is not going to always be that. It's going to change. And when it do, you're going to be like, oh man, I remember when I said this about that person, or I did this to that person, or I treated that person a certain way. You're going to say that because that person is not going to always be in that particular energy. And sometimes, and this is some real shit, sometimes you're placed in an energy just so people can spend on it. This how you know if people are healed enough to gain divine knowledge or divine grace. Because they'll see people and this is where divine gives you the opportunity to step into a divine role as people. You'll see people down out of their luck. You'll see people not being able to do certain things. And the first thing you do is you reach for ego. You'll say, it ain't my problem. I got mine. And you're, like in the words of what people say, you'll shit on them. Well, divine gave you the opportunity to play a role. You know what I'm saying? And you chose not to. You chose to judge. That's cool. Divine put love around you and gave you the opportunity to nurture. But you chose not to. You chose to judge. Divine gave you the opportunity to stop the gossip and to not go against. You looked at the person and joined in. So it's not a strength in the world that can overcome the Almighty. It's nothing in the world that's going to overcome the Almighty ever. So those energies that you procure to be lesser than to the value, they're not going to stay there. And you will find yourself making the decision whether or not you should approach it or not. It doesn't make you stronger if you don't approach it. It doesn't make you gain something. It just makes the fear of the action of what you did before that energy got up on his feet or got up on her feet or changed to a value. It just makes what you did labeled now. It's like that's why you won't move, because you know what you did. It's like painting your face red. You know, red-handed, it's like painting your face red. Like, yeah, that's why you don't move, because you know what you did. It's 4:44 on the clock when I said that. You know, at the end of the day, I can't help that I'm the fourth house. I'm home. I'm a nurturer. You know what I'm saying? I'm a mother and a father inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to love. I know how to, like, if I'm with my woman, I know how to lift her up. You know what I'm saying? And put her where she, if I have my family on the right term, I know how to nurture them to grow in the right aspect. You know what I'm saying? But you know what happens in the world? Negative energies procure values to stop you from being the greatest version of what that is. It's like, nah, we already got classifications. We not having nothing outdo anything. So that's what people be, they feel some type of way that you just might be a better parent than them. You might be better at something. And they're like, no, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cause problems. It's reality. You might be a better friend than this person. You might be more loyal than that person. You might be just the indifference to those values that people want to hold at a certain level. Like, it's almost like the first monkeys hung in a tree, and then one monkey got a rock and started breaking open nuts. They're like, what is he doing? Oh my God, and then they're like, no, he uses rocks. He's not like us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that. And how funny it be that fear procures a value. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't never seen that movie, Wukong, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? The Monkey King. It's a part, like, when you watch the first one, it's a part when he came out of this, he was like in like a bubble in a tree. That's like an egg or whatever. And when he came out, he was around a bunch of other monkeys that looked like him, but he had power. And then they was like scared of him. And then he was like, don't worry about it. I'm going to take care of all of y'all. And then they started showing him love because he was giving them. But they would never like get in the way. If trouble came, they would come to him because they know he was the strongest. You know what I'm saying? But at first they was afraid. But they never showed that as an indifference. That little piece is what people stay stuck in reality. They be knowing it, but they want that level of acceptance for themselves, lack thereof, the connection to the divine. And you don't get to say who's connected to the divine, or you don't get to do that. You don't get to use false retrospects or rhetoric to destroy a value in somebody. You don't get to live like that. And that's how people do. They effed up in the head. You gotta fix that. You know what I'm saying? I've been called all types of stuff. People done called me all types of names. People done lied on my name so many ways, 3 ways from Sunday. They done said I'm this, I'm that, just so they could try to gain something. No, this person's like this, so you might as well let me get that. That's how they come, because they not me. But then I'll get around them and show them that they not me on purpose. Without saying nothing. I don't got to say, look, see, you not me because I can do this. I don't do stuff like that. I'll just come around you and do shit. Or I'll come around you and stand in a certain way, and you'll know it. You'll know it through and through. So it'll make you feel bad. See, divine will put the truth right in front of people. And that trap right there, that's a trap, because divine will watch you when you see the truth and you know it through and through. You still go against the truth. You know what that makes you? A premeditated liar. An intentional liar. Not a person who didn't know no better. Not a person who made mistakes. That made you intentional. Something to think about. Because sometimes it's certain things that you can't come back from. Certain things, sometimes you can be forgiven. Sometimes. Divine will say, you know what? Nah, I understand. You didn't know no better. So you can learn the lesson. We can teach you. You can learn the lesson. And then other times, the tests go farther, and it'll be like, nah, it's not that you didn't know. You did it on purpose. You premeditated that. You thought about it. You knew. You just was selfish. You knew right from wrong. You just didn't care. And that's something different. My child wasn't fighting that war. I told him not to, but you kept trying. Kept trying to fight. Kept trying to make it that way. You didn't want to stop. Okay, Now, what if I don't stop? What if divine doesn't stop? What if divine eradicates everything that's connected to you and you get a chance to watch everything that's connected to you be destroyed? Because that's how you lived. You lived in premeditation. So divine keeps you alive just so you can watch everything fail. Shake it deep. And then you start watching everything connected to you around you fail because that's what you wanted for everybody else. That was your attention for that individual. All praises to the Most High. That's not a game people want to keep playing with. But sometimes you just that far gone in your mind, you just don't get it. And the only thing you had to do was fix it. You could have gave it back. That person that you hurt might have said, you know what? Just because you had enough heart to do the right thing, I see fit to give you. Keep in mind, that person that you got down has the heart of the Almighty with them. They'll be trained by the Almighty. You don't know what would have happened if you had did right by them. But because you carry this negative energy, it has drove you insane. To make false retrospects and false values that keep making you sink deeper and deeper into the quicksand. I ain't gonna hold you. Just trying to show you something. NAGA the Wise.